Welcome. Hi, I'm Aunt Ruthie from SugarPieFarmhouse.com, and you guys, it's that time again. Yay, it's fall. You guys, I don't know if you're like me, but I'm like a kid in the candy store when it comes to fall. I mean, I love it so much that I pretty much want to marry it, okay? Yeah, I do. It's wonderful. I mean, everything about it is so fabulous. And don't you think it's so adorable that God created pumpkins? I think it's just so darling. Anywho, before we start on my fall home tour, there are a couple things I want to tell you. Okay, so the first thing is, in case you discovered me on YouTube, you may not know that I have a blog, and I've been blogging for 10 years. So I have 10 years worth of free content. So if you love farmhouse style, if you love like vintage homemaking ideas and recipes and ways to bring thankfulness and joy into your home, then you need to get over to my blog. I feel like your mom right now. Get over there right now, okay? Oh, and how do you like my pumpkin hat here? I'm just realizing in the monitor, my head is like right in the middle of this wreath right here. That's okay, because I love everything pumpkin, even if it's on my head. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to share with you, and it is my fall ebook, and it's called Pumpkin Pickin' and Hay Rides. You guys, these are my grandkids on the front cover. Adorable. I have 8 now. Can you believe that? Anywho, Pumpkin Pickin' and Hay Rides. It's a wagon load of harvest time ideas to cozy up your home. You guys, there's 96 pages of fall wonderfulness in here. And there's family tradition ideas, and there's recipes and decorating ideas. I even have a countdown to Thanksgiving, so that on Thanksgiving Day, you will be so prepared that you'll be able to just totally enjoy that wonderful, wonderful day. And you're not going to be like a chicken running around with its head cut off, okay? You know, that's not a pretty sight. So, but we've all been there, right? We've been there. We've been so frazzled by the time a holiday comes. But with my ideas in here, this countdown to Thanksgiving, you're going to be so prepared, and you are just going to feel so great and have such a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving day. And so what you need to do is check out the link below, and you'll be able to see. But I wanted to give you a little peek inside, okay? So my fall ebook is an ebook, and it's one that you would read online. I printed mine out with my own home printer and put it in these plastic page protectors. At the beginning of my book, I talk about how wonderful autumn is, and I've listed around 30 things that just make my heart swoon, like the way that my house smells when I'm baking Grandma's ginger snap cookies, or the misty mornings when the air is crisp and sweet. I've also included a lot of vintage images and just cozy little scenes that just will put you in that wonderful fall mood to want to make your home nice and warm and cozy. I talk about ways to decorate your home. Then I have a chapter on making homemade memories, lots of family fun ideas. And then I have a chapter on harvesting joy, how to have a happy heart during this time of year. And harvesting comfort, it's all about God's blessings for us. And then I have a chapter with my recipes called the Dinner Bell. Best hot and savory artichoke dip ever, and Mama's warm your tummy cold day soup, Thanksgiving cranberry salad, sugared pecan sweet potato bake, and Grandma's pumpkin pie. And then here's my countdown to Thanksgiving. Company's coming. Gather together, give thanks, and eat pie. Okay, so it's time for that home tour. Are you ready? Let's go. Well, hello, pumpkin. Come on in. This is my entryway, and you might recognize some of my decorations from last year. That's what I do. I just use my decorations over and over again. I'll switch it up a little bit to give it sort of a new look. And so sometimes I will get a new item just to kind of give me some fresh inspiration. And I'll share with you what that new item is. But I got this wreath at Home Goods last year in California when I was visiting. So I have a fun story about the 3 little white pumpkins that you see. When my first 3 kids were little, we went to the pumpkin patch and they had a big bin of white pumpkins, and we had never seen them before, and to me they looked kind of weird. My kids, they loved them and wanted a white pumpkin. I said, don't you want an orange one? No, we want the white one. Okay, so we bought the white pumpkins, and now of course I love white pumpkins and I can't get enough of white pumpkins. But a few years back, I found these white resin pumpkins and I bought them just to remember that fun day and how silly I was about not wanting those white pumpkins. Well, now this is one of the new things I got, but it's actually old, and it's a milk can, and I love that it says Borden's Kansas City on it. It's white and chippy and perfectly farmy, which I love. Well, you know me and my farmy white enamel wash pans. Well, this one was worn out from so much use. I love it even more. My mother-in-law used to say that on the farm you use up everything except the squeal of a pig. So I've had this dollhouse for years and I like to decorate it for the season. So you can see on the front porch I've got pumpkins and some milk bottles and cows and horses. And then here in my living room on the mantle, I found this thankful sign, which I love because it really sets the tone for my home, and that is thankfulness. I really believe that joy is harvested when we plant seeds of thankfulness to the Lord for His blessings. So a few years ago, I painted that sign that says Granny's Apple Farm, and then I found this darling picture of a cute little sweet grandma, and I have a little story about her. I named her Granny Pearl. She was a farmer's wife, prayer warrior, maker of delicious pies, wore an apron from sunup to sundown, looked for ways to comfort her family with sweet acts of kindness, always had a kettle of soup simmering and an encouraging word to warm the hearts of folks she loved. She kept the cookie jar full in case her grandchildren or neighbor folks came by for a visit. She loved to snap beans on the front porch, and she said, "Glory be," whenever she was thrilled about something. She hummed old hymns with a fancy vibrato while tidying up her home, counted her blessings all day long, stocked her pantry early in the fall to provide for her family during the long, cold winter. She quilted by firelight, cherished her Bible, which was well worn and underlined, and was nicknamed Honeybell by her groom of 62 years. Granny Pearl looked forward to when her children and grandchildren would travel over the river and through the woods to gather together with Grandpa and herself for Thanksgiving. Hooray for the pumpkin pie! And they all lived happily ever after. The end. I want to be like Granny Pearl when I grow up. So on the other side of my entryway piece, I have a little table here that's sort of styled a little bit like Little House on the Prairie. We've got a couple lunch pails that are vintage, probably from the 1800s. One of them has a very tasty apple in it, and I have a story to tell you about that in a minute. And here's my other little vintage lunch bucket, and inside is some cloth from an old feed sack. And I would imagine back in the day, Ma would send a biscuit with a slice of ham or a piece of fried chicken for lunch. And then here I have my best cursive writing that you would learn in school back in the day. And then a stack of old school books. Ah, those were the days. All right, so that little story about the apple in the little lunch bucket. Well, the other day my grandson was over and he thought that apple looked pretty delicious. So he took a little bite. You know what? I'm going to have him tell you that story. Hi, Zealand.
Hi.
So, what are you holding there? What's in your hand? Right in there, that little, what's in there?
Apple?
Yeah, so remember the other day you came to my house and Something happened. What happened?
I ate it because it was so tasty.
It was so tasty.
Yeah.
Well, that's by decoration.
Yeah, I know that was your decoration.
Yeah. But it's okay because you're right. That is one tasty apple.
Yeah. I just took one bite and then took other bite.
Yeah.
Then this took this small.
Yeah.
bite.
Yeah. And that's okay because we're supposed to eat apples. They're good for you.
Yeah, the apples are good for me, but not pretend apples.
Yeah. Not pretend apples, but that was a real apple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just so tasty. It was food is tasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of food is tasty.
Yeah. A lot of food is tasty. Can you say happy fall, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy fall, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, honey, isn't he just the cutest? He's my little apple dumpling. You know, I heard a quote many years ago, and it was that the kitchen is the heart of the home. And I have to say, I really agree with that. This is just where you feel just the warmth and nurturing of cooking meals and the good smells that go throughout the home. And then gathering together to sit down with your family at the kitchen table. What better way to nourish your body and soul and create happy home memories? When I decorate, I love to create little homey vignettes by gathering things that speak to the heart, things that bring comfort. There's a scripture that I love found in Psalms 94:19. It goes like this: "In the multitude of my anxious thoughts within me, your comforts cheer and delight my soul." It's so wonderful to know that in the sweetest, most endearing things, God's comforts cheer and delight our soul if we just look for them. His love for us is as soothing as coming out of the snowy cold and into a bright, warm, happy kitchen with the aroma of supper cooking and a place set for you at the table. It's a scary world out there, and as a homemaker, we have the privilege of creating a warm and cozy home and a peaceful place that our family can feel safe, nurtured, and loved. You know, the main reason why I love to decorate for the seasons is because it fills the atmosphere with joy and comfort, and it's all about creating happy memories. So as homemakers, let's keep putting forth the effort to make family life happy. They're worth it. The seeds of love and joy that we plant today in our family will someday bring us a bountiful harvest of more love and joy. Pick at least one tradition that you can do with your family each season, something you'll all look forward to each year. Take pictures, celebrate the seasons, make it a part of who you are as a family. When I was growing up, my dad made pancakes every Saturday morning. It's the little things done with love that make happy memories. Make your home irresistible. So, dear hearts, embrace the beauty and excitement of the season in whatever way fits you, your home, and your life. Just celebrate, then enjoy the coziness you've created and the happy memories made. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope it inspired you to want to cozy up your home for this wonderful fall season. And let me just encourage you to keep joy in your heart, and the way to do that is to be thankful and to look around and count your blessings, because when you do that, then you're gonna fill your heart up with joy, and it's gonna show through your face, and it's gonna show throughout your home, and you're gonna feel happy, and you're gonna make your family happy. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful fall season, and if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll be back real soon. Bye-bye.